Kia ora trophy hunters, and welcome back to the Platinum Trophy. Today we're taking a look at 7 of the easiest Platinum trophies that you can earn from the 2020 Big in Japan sale. This is a sale that happens every single year on the PlayStation Store, where they take some of the best games that were developed in Japan and bring it into a big sale. I've got a couple of different videos that are going to be released over the next couple of days dedicated to this sale, but this one here is looking at the easiest Platinum trophies that you can earn in the sale. Let's dive in and take a look at the games. Before we kick off with the video, I just want to say, if you're a new viewer of the channel, please consider hitting the subscribe button down below. We're currently working towards a community goal of 10,000 subscribers by Halloween in order to unlock a PS5 giveaway. So please consider hitting that subscribe button so you can contribute to the community goal. Now we're taking a look at 7 of the easiest Platinum trophies you can earn from the Big in Japan sale. If the Big in Japan sale has finished at the time of you watching this, don't worry, these 7 games are still relatively easy Platinum trophies, and this video is still relevant to you because these games will still be available on the PlayStation Store. Pretty much every single one of these is a visual novel, so just be aware of that as well. But let's dive in and take a look at the first game. Zero Escape: The Nonary Games is the newest addition into the Zero Escape saga of games. The Nonary Games acts as a remaster of 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors, which was that original game released on the DS. They're essentially a cross between a visual novel and an escape room style game. I guess a puzzle visual novel where you're inspecting the environment around you and you're trying to solve clues to try and escape. The game kind of puts off a bit of a Saw vibe in terms of these random people being trapped in a room together, needing to find a way out, but it doesn't have as much horror elements as maybe Saw would per se. Now there's definitely some thriller stuff in here, so you should be aware of that if you're not into spooky games. This is a really cool visual novel, and I feel like these games and this series specifically acts as a bit of a stepping stone for people who might want to get into visual novels who may not already be into them. The Platinum Trophy for this one isn't too challenging. It's going to take you around 25 hours, but it's only a 2 out of 10. As with every other game that's going to pop up on this list, visual novels mean if you play the game and follow a guide specifically, you can't really go wrong. Kodadama, it's a high school set visual novel, and to be honest, the game promotes itself as this being like its point of difference, but the reality is, like, every visual novel I've ever played is set in a high school or a Japanese high school in some way. It's pretty much just anime in general. The actual point of difference between this game is that we have our visual novel story elements to it, but we also have this like puzzle element to the game as well, where you're battling like this match puzzle game against the other characters in the game as well. In the description of the game, it says that you need to battle your fellow classmates with the power of Kodadama. It seems to be a bit of a fan service type game where you're stripping away their clothes rather than just their lives. Now, in terms of trophies, there is a fantastic trophy guide for this game on ps3imports.org. They generally specialize in visual novel guides, and the community around that website has built a ton of really cool walkthrough guides, text walkthrough guides basically for visual novels. If you go over there and have a look, they've got a great guide up for this game. It's going to take you around 6 to 8 hours, they're estimating, and they're saying it's about a 3 out of 10 in terms of difficulty. Next up, we have Root Letter Last Answer. This, like, I don't really know. This uses a lot of FMV stuff in the trailer here, which kind of looks cool. I do like FMV style games. It appears just to be like another mystery visual novel. It's a sequel to the original Root Letter game, which is about a letter being delivered by someone you knew who's passed away, and you've got to kind of uncover the mystery of their death, I suppose. This one here, I guess, is a sequel to that game. On Steam, the description for the game is the latest in the Root Letter series, the drama set on stage in a beautiful townscape of Shimane. Basically, on the description of the game promotes this as an FMV visual novel game. So I guess if you're into that, then this is potentially for you. The game is $8.99 on the PlayStation Store, so it is a lot cheaper than it normally is. Normally about $30. So you're saving 70% if you want this one. Now, again, over on PlayStation 3 Imports, they have a really great guide for this one. It's going to take you around 3 hours to earn this Platinum. They're saying it's about a 2 out of 10 in terms of difficulty. We're looking at another Root Letter game. This is the original one that I was talking about earlier. The plot of this one is when a letter is delivered 15 years late, you discover an old pen friend was involved in a murder before she disappeared. Traveling to her hometown, you must investigate the murder using her past letters as clues to uncover the disturbing truth. This one here is currently $5.99 on the PlayStation Store, so it is a super cheap visual novel as well. And over on PlayStationTrophies.org, there is a guide for this one. It says it's going to take you around 10 to 20 hours depending on how much time you skip, basically, and it's about a 1.5 out of 10. So as long as you follow that guide to a T, you can't really go wrong. It's just probably going to take you a little bit of time to get the platinum in that one. Zero Escape Time Dilemma is the newest iteration in the franchise, even though it's not the newest released version, because Nonary Games is, but that's kind of a remaster or a remake of that original game. This one here, again, acts in a very similar way. Visual novel, puzzle, element game. It is a little bit easier than the previous one. It's still a 2 out of 10 in terms of difficulty, but it's going to take you around 10 hours to earn the platinum in this one if you follow a guide to the T, which makes things slightly easier than the previous iteration we've already talked about. It follows a very similar plot that Nonary Games does, with this sort of Saw style element to these people being trapped in a room and needing to find a way to escape. We also have Chaos Child, another visual novel. The description of this game is, it has been 6 years since a massive earthquake leveled the city. Now in October 2015, while researching a number of recent murders, you realize a horrible truth. These murders are the return of a series of killings that plagued the town 6 years ago. And there's also some villains that have been reawakened that have the ability to turn people's delusions into reality. So that's also something that's happening. See if you can figure that out based on the trailer that's playing right now. It's another cheap visual novel. This one's the same. It's going to take you around 5 to 6 hours to earn the platinum in. Should be about a 2 out of 10 in terms of difficulty. And there's a great text walkthrough guide for this one on PlayStationTrophies.org as well that you can go and check out. Spirit Hunter Deathmark is another visual novel. This one here is the first in a series of games in the Spirit Hunter franchise, released on the PlayStation Vita, PlayStation 4, and Nintendo Switch as well. The entire game follows the main character of Kaizu, who has this mysterious scar on his arm, which turns out is something that you get if you are messing around with contacting ghosts and things like that. But the consequence of that is that you'll die the next dawn after discovering this scar. Yeah, it's kind of heavy. It's pretty heavy. It plays the similar visual novel trope of this high school thing, the spiritual thing, trying to uncover this mystery. Very similar to most visual novels that are on this list as well. In terms of playtime, this one's only going to take you 3 hours to earn the platinum in, and it's a 1 out of 10 difficulty. If you use a guide, this one is dead easy. You can't really go wrong with it, and it's a pretty straightforward platinum trophy. And there you have it, guys. That is 7 of the easiest platinum trophies that are available on the Big in Japan sale at the moment. Now, if the Big in Japan sale has finished, like I said, don't stress. These games or visual novels are still really easy platinum trophies if you're looking to bump up your numbers, or maybe pick up an easy game that was made in Japan. Hopefully this video was helpful for you guys. Let me know if it was down in the comments below, and I will see you all in the next video. Oh, also, if you're a new viewer, please consider subscribing, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Have a great evening. Bye.